Today's Flexwork question of the day is, can you explain periodization to me in a way that I will understand? So all periodization is just a systematic approach to your training of putting it into phases. I don't know how old you are, but there was this old boxing game. I want to say it was called Knockout Kings, but like you would actually train for your fights, and depending on what you chose was what you improved on, and you actually kind of would decondition in other aspects. Now, they all kind of have the same goal per se. There's a bunch of different periodization techniques. They have the same goal. The same goal is to reduce plateaus, reduce injury, and improve performance. Because if you're just kind of beating the crap out of yourself every day, yeah, eventually you are going to improve in the short term, but then what's going to happen is your work is going to supersede your recovery. And then so whenever that happens, a lot of people will call that overtraining. I call it under recovery. Because if you can do all that volume and you can recover from it, then it's not really overtraining. Now, there's different types of periodization. One that I find is pretty good for beginners is something called a linear periodization, to where you will have like your super high volume for a couple weeks, then you'll go to like a medium volume or medium intensity couple weeks, then you'll go low volume, low intensity a couple weeks, and then you just kind of like repeat that process. There's different ways to group the phases of your training. So you have what's called a macro cycle, which if you think of macronutrients, macro means a lot. You have your mesocycle, which is kind of like a medium time period, which can usually span like maybe a month, couple months. And then you have your microcycle. So a microcycle could be as little as like a week, okay? So again, macro, meso, microcycle. So again, this just puts that system to your training. Hopefully that made sense. If you guys have any more questions, ask them and I will answer them.